There's like... We good enough, guys? We're chilling. What up, Mob? Happy New Year, man. Let me get, shit. What am I trying to say here? I need to finish up some work, so I'm just gonna have my camera on. And I'll open up chat on my phone. Yeah, I got chat open. What up, Sean? Happy New Year, bro. We need to do a goal. I have this new goal thing. Supposed to incentivize people to super chat. I don't know what kind of goals would be fun. Right now, you know, $5, I'll spill this cold brew all over myself. I actually won't do that. I'll get accused of becoming an e-beggar. It's kind of interesting how, you know, I've been on YouTube for a long time, guys. I've had a channel for well over 10 years. I've been watching YouTube since it came out in 2006. Watching early Smosh videos, then started to watch gaming content, Call of Duty content, and it's so interesting when people started to get paid on YouTube, and even before people went full time with like production companies and these like ad sponsors, YouTubers used to get shit on for like monetizing their own content. It's just so interesting because today it's like now people are becoming YouTubers to make money instead of like, you know, to make videos. It's really interesting. That's the problem with like 50% of the people I hear talk about making content. They think about money. It's like, if you're thinking about money before starting a YouTube channel, you're already not gonna make it. Sorry. Coffee stain in that hoodie would make a nice shade of beige though. Honestly, it probably would if you used some real coffee dye. Like, you really went hard and dyed this thing, but it wouldn't be worth it to dye this beautiful stone color. You might as well just buy a shitty white box logo that no one wants anyway. Then it could be what is it? It would look the same, right? Want us to super chat? No, don't do it. Unless you want to. Noticing a rise in Supreme content? Really? Yeah, I guess I occasionally will search Supreme on YouTube and just see what other people are doing. The problem is we need to figure out this year, guys. What are we going to do to differentiate the content? Like, we're going to do the same shit. Drop list videos, unboxings, news, collabs. That's what I'm good at. I get the information, make a quick video. I try to get it out soon. But I feel like there's probably room for some new stuff, right? To get some other things going. I don't know. We'll have to just try shit out. Really? There's a dude who bought Supreme like crazy. Seen him open your stream on my channel. Interesting. What's his channel? I think his name is Zeke. Yes. Is it just the shoes today for Supreme? What are you talking about, Daniel? There's no Supreme drop today. No Supreme drop. And yeah, I have seen those SB leaks. There's so many SB leaks. It's kind of overwhelming. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I like them, but I don't know. I'm very fatigued on SBs and Jordan 1s. I'm extremely fatigued on them. Like, I could probably never cop a pair of Jordan 1s again and I'd be fine. Like, I have my Lost and Founds, I have my Bred 1s. I'd like a pair of Shattered Backboards, I'd like a pair of Royals. I don't really need any more. SBs, I literally donated my SB highs. I had a pair of, not even SB highs, they were just Dunk highs. I had some Dunk high Pandas that I used to box in, and then I got a pair of boxing shoes, and I was like, these are just taking up space. Like, my New Year's resolution, guys, seriously, you want my 100% New Year's resolution? It's throw away more shit or donate more shit. Like, get rid of shit. And I recommend y'all, if you haven't cleaned up, if you got some old ass clothes that you've been thinking, because here's my problem, here's my mental illness. I'm like, that shirt is like low-key worth 20 bucks. I can't just donate it. I have to hold on to it because maybe I can wear it someday or I can sell it later on down the road. I'll get around to it. I'm always about to do something, but man, recently I just got a bag, put a bunch of shit in there, dropped it off at Goodwill, felt amazing. Literally, you know, I've thrifted a lot and I've had those dope finds, so I'm super fine with paying it forward and donating it so someone else can pick up something sick at the thrift store. And, you know, if you have something that's worth selling, you can obviously sell it, but low-key just been throwing shit away. Like, just random stuff. Like, I'm a big, like, save boxes for everything. I've been throwing away boxes, just, you know, downsizing. That's kind of what I've been on the past few days. Throwing shit away. What's up, Zane? Happy New Year, bro. I've seen the SBs enough now that I don't even care anymore. Exactly, dude. It's way too much. Too many SBs. Bought too much stuff this year, running low on funds. Yeah, honestly, dude. I feel the same way. Shit, bro. My phone got lost, stolen Christmas Eve, 3 hours before I got to my mom's house. Haven't been able to log into anything until I got home to my PC. That sucks, Zane. I hope you find your phone. Supreme resale is hella dead. I only still cop because I have a connect to get anything I want. I'm great with long holds. That's good, Sean. I mean, if you still like them, I like that. And SBs definitely have a cycle where they come and go. Blonded donates old clothes that aren't hype brands, just like regular jeans don't fit because new jeans generally aren't even grails or fines now. I respect that, dude. I respect that for sure. Buying SBs for personal to skate at 125 for other colorways is a pass for me. Yeah, you really don't have to do that, do you? Yeah, so I think the SBs are interesting. We'll see what colorways they go with. I'm probably gonna go for one of them at least. But like, I usually get hyped up about Nike and Supremes because that's like typically a collab that I go after every single year and try to get it for personal. But man, I don't even think those things are gonna really resell. We'll just wait and see. Palace Nike is this year. I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna hit Palace pretty hard this year, guys. I'm excited. The problem is there's so many problems. I've talked about this on stream so many times. It's just this overkill of collabs. Everybody wants to tell a fucking story. Dude, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your fucking story. Not everyone has a fucking interesting story. You know? It's just, it's like, what? Why is everything a story? Like, what are you talking about? The problem is, first party companies like Nike and Jordan Brand have been unable to create general release colorways that are interesting. And that's been the case since like 2015, 2016. We just haven't seen it. It's been over-reliance on third-party collaborators. And when that happens, no one cares about what you're actually producing at the company level. And this is why Nike is losing to Hoka and On's Running, whatever the fuck they're called, is because their regular colorways are uninspiring and boring. And yeah, like, SBs will always be there. I agree with you, War. Like, SBs are sick. There's a reason why they've been around for so long. We watched the whole damn video a couple weeks back, right? Reacting to the history of it. It's pretty cool. But when you can't even create interesting, mostly it's colors, in my opinion. I think the silhouette is always, I guess silhouettes do come and go, and that has a part of it. But if Nike can't even from their own side make interesting drops, I guess, sneakers, like they can't create stuff people want to buy, then like you can only rely on collaborators for so much. And when there's one every single week, it gets pretty, I don't know, it gets pretty boring or exhausting. And it's hard to tell for me, like, which one is important, which is the one that people like. Is it just the one that has the biggest number on StockX? That's the one that people like? Okay, that's pretty generic. That's pretty base level. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if Nike can come back this year and just get their hand out of their ass, to be honest. And just stop being so complacent. Like, it's clear also that the direct-to-consumer stuff has been not very beneficial in the long term. So maybe they will lean more on retail. I don't know. It's weird. We're in a weird time. 2025, boys. And yeah, for those of you just coming in, no Supreme drop today, right? It's the first week of the off season, and currently we don't have any news on the sale for the fall winter 24 sale. I'm sure a lot of people will be asking about it, and that makes sense because since 2020 we've seen the sale happen every single season. But then fall winter 23 last year threw us a curveball when they didn't do an online sale. It was in-store only. But then spring summer 24 did an online sale. So if you had to ask me, will there be an online sale, Thomas? My answer is I don't know. But I asked Supreme Drops this morning, and he said not yet. So if Supreme Drops doesn't know and says not yet, then what do I know, right? The answer is not much. Answer is not much. Same problem in music, yeah. It's just tough, man. I think also getting older, you just kind of get jaded. Yeah, materials are cool. Cool materials are good, yeah. I can agree with that. But yeah, we have some good stuff to look at today, guys. We got top 100 items of the year. We have the Murakami Louis Vuitton collab, which is interesting. I've wanted to do more Louis Vuitton stuff. Zane wants me to do ranking fall winter 24 collabs. That's a good video. And yeah, I can do that. Ranking fall Fall Winter 24 collabs. I'll probably do a tier list again. I like the tier list format. When is the Murakami stuff releasing? Apparently it's out right now. Yeah, so apparently the Murakami stuff is doing like a 2-part drop. Like a lot of the high fashion collabs, they'll do a part 1, part 2. Part 1 apparently is out, so we can look at that here in 1 second. Easy money. Bro, just because a shoe is more available does not mean Nike destroyed it. Stop being a hype beast. I agree with that to a certain extent, but there's a certain level where without, let's say the sneaker enthusiast having interest in your brand, there will be a time where the masses will catch on to that fact and will also move on. Like for a long time, let's go back to 2020, easy money. Think about this. The hype beast was wearing the Nike Dunk, right? The Nike SB had this crazy resurgence during the pandemic with the Panda Dunks especially. And then 1 or 6 months to about a year later, what did you see every single person at the mall, every single person at the grocery store wearing? What sneaker was it? What trend did they maybe catch on to? It was the Nike Dunk Low. So that's typically how trends work. So yeah, when you overproduce a shoe as Nike, you can destroy it and you can make your brand suffer from that. So I understand what you're saying, but overproduction and just boring releases is not good for a brand like Nike. It just isn't, because the retail is so competitive today with all the brands that are out. It's not like it used to be. You can't just rest on your laurels and be like, yeah, we're Nike. We have a giant closet full of all kinds of designs. You know, they have to be competitive at that hype beast level, which it might not seem like it. And I do get what you're saying, because like, obviously, like there's plenty of sneakers that we can all cop and, you know what I mean? Like purchase without the need of worrying if it's going to sell out, right? Like it's obviously a part of their business strategy to have plenty of sneakers that are available. But that percentage of like the sneakers drops, like the app and the stuff for sneakerheads, that's their halo shoe. It's like when you walk into a car dealership, let's say you walk into a Ford and you walk in and you see their freaking Raptor, F-150 Raptor. That's their halo car in that dealership. And that car dealer knows he's probably not going to sell you on the Raptor, but he might get you in an F-150, freaking heavy duty. I don't even know the trim levels of trucks. He'll get you in an LT. I don't know. He'll sell you on something a little bit further down the list. But the point is, you went into that store because maybe you saw the Raptor outside. Exclusivity and rarity did perfectly fine when people were mentally better. I'm missing out. But the level of entitlement in our youth these days, they feel they deserve everything they want. I think it's less about the youth and more about social media, to be honest, because I see plenty of grown people do the same shit. Brands have pandered. Yeah, it's less about creating dope shit and making people think their shit's dope. That's what I feel like some of these brands want. They want to be seen as cool instead of just making cool shit. But it's a lot of things. Let's not get too doomer pilled, guys. It's fucking 2025, right? Come on. You know, let's freaking go.
It's time to play the game.
It's time to play the game. Streaming. New streaming. 2025 is cooked. Yeah, it's over. It's honestly Jover. Let's do, since this release is already out, we can do this one. Hi, Scruffy. Come here. Come say hi to stream. Come say hi to stream. Come say hi to chat. Come here. Come say hi to chat. Ah. You're so white. You get blown out by the ring light. You gonna get some Louis Vuitton? Yeah, bro. And no plans to start covering the news on this channel anytime soon. If you guys catch me doing that, you can log out. It's the last thing I want to be talking about on my channel. This is cool though. I love this art. This like little trailer here. Zendaya. Old T-Shells girl in Dune. Alright, let's read more about this. Fuck no, Jaren. That'd be terrible. Just watch Philip DeFranco if you want like YouTube news. Okay. Since I did my stream on my new laptop, guys, I shit you not, Streamlabs logged into a different computer changes everything. So I have to fully change all my shit, which is kind of annoying. What do we got? We got Zendaya. We got purses. Okay. Here we go. Purse. Coming soon. All right. Murakami. Yeah. Murakami, super flat. Art. Is this all bags? The pictures are crazy. They look cool. Oh god. The collection, fusing Louis Vuitton's emblematic codes with the visionary creativity of Japanese artist Takashi Murakami. The collection reimagined the house's signature creations, enlivening heritage emblems with the playful vibrancy across an array of accessories and iconic leather goods from the Alma to the Speedy. Ooh, ah. Wow. Anytime I see this colorway of bag, I just think fake Louis. You know what I mean? I feel like the fake brands went on a run on this white with the multicolor monogram. Literally reminds me of that. Here we go. Okay. Is this all the women's stuff? The skateboard. Yo. How much for the board? What do you guys think? You think she's a skater? You think she's a skater? I think she is. It's kind of clean though. Not bad. Let me get rid of the toolbar. My OCD goes crazy. Yeah, that's hard, boys. That's fucking hard. Camo pattern. The hands are kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about the hands. Wheels are crazy. Ooh. On the inside of the board. It'll be cool to see people skate this. That would really be cool to see. Like Tyshawn skate this or something. Yes, or this girl. Just have this girl skate it. That'd be dope. Alright, do we have the price? Contact us, dude. You gotta contact them. So, part of the Masons Elevates the street sports. Maplewood deck. Unique LV hand logo. Here's the measurements. 80 by 10 by 21. 21. Steel, rubber, aluminum. Gifting. I can gift it? Okay. Alright, we're not going to contact them. The hand logo is cool. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. Fuck. Ooh, the charm. Is this all that's available right now? Discover the collection. We got to discover it. I'll say these luxury brands sometimes have some really not intuitive. Ooh. Okay, from a UI perspective, I'm taking everything I was about to say away. This is great. This reminds me of MySpace. Yeah, this is awesome, dude. Very cool. Everything that I was saying about storytelling and talking shit on companies earlier, this is how you do it right. I think it's the 20th anniversary of the first time Murakami collaborated with Louis Vuitton, I believe. This does like to be all women's stuff, but here we go with some unisex men's stuff. All right, here we go. Sleeper flat hat. The bandeau. I mean, the bags are going to be so expensive. How about this thing? Open link in a new tab. What about the card holder? I was getting excited about that Louis Vuitton wallet, but I'm not getting it anymore, so. I miss MySpace too, bro. Yeah, I'm in HTML right now. I'm on Zam.com downloading templates. If anyone knows what Pazam.com is, you're an OG. It was really just a website where you went and downloaded HTML templates for MySpace. Bucket hat, sick. I'm not a fan of Louis sneakers, really. They're okay. I'm also gonna cut off the music because, boys, I'm gonna be honest. I have been dealing with a copyright dispute on my box logo stream, and I finally had to just take the L and basically didn't make a single cent on that stream, the biggest stream of the year, and I got copywritten for playing music for 10 seconds. Yeah, so kind of salty about that, especially when it's from a playlist titled No Copyright on YouTube. You know, it is what it is. Don't do this for money, but when you have the chance to make money and you just can't because you are playing music in the background quietly, it's like, come on, bro. Let a brother eat. How MySpace got so good at coding that they're now major hackers? Pretty much, man. I mean, that's basically every hacker's starting portfolio. I mean, this collection is way too big. Am I crazy? How much did Murakami actually work on this? Or he has to have a massive team of artists, right? He has a massive team of artists that are teaming up and they're doing it. Damn. Nice. What's his hat? $400 Louis Vuitton? Contact us, bro. Jesus. I know, bro. It's crazy. I mean, I keep it respectful, but like, I don't censor myself really. I'm not out here dropping slurs, but like, we keep it real. I feel like just be nice to people, and we don't have prices for any of this shit. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, bro. No, I totally get it. I don't blame you either. we put up with a lot of shit. Hopefully people start to learn that like that stuff doesn't work and doesn't like coalesce with America. But as I've said many times before, I try not to get political at all on stream. I just think it's done. I feel that, Zane. So we're gonna switch topics, but I will say I agree with you guys. I will say that. I just feel like that's not my place to really. I don't really like. You guys shouldn't care what I have to say about that. You know what I mean? Like you come here to watch me talk about clothes, and we can just talk about this fucking wallet, right? And how kind of cool it is. You know what I mean? And I love the pink hit on the top there. I actually would fucking rock this thing. Because my man, or I finally go to Burberry. And I'm like, hey guys, listen, I've been talking about getting this wallet fixed for 3 years. Can you help me out? Absolutely, bro. Yeah. 100%. What is this, a fucking puzzle? So I thought this was apparently released yesterday, but maybe it's like in store only. Let's go on Twitter and see Louis Vuitton Murakami. Because I saw someone do a big post of it. There was the Outlander magazine announcement. Here was what I saw, I think. Was Modern Notoriety. Which they've been around forever too. Holy crap. There's the skateboard we looked at. A lot of stuff you got to order in store. We do have chatters in here that cop shit from Louis. I think the coffee cup protector is kind of awesome. I would definitely rock that for sure. Oh, and I know, guys, I have to say it before like the stream gets too late. I have to say it. I know I'm wearing the box logo right now, but if you're a member, I'll still sell this to you for retail plus shipping. Okay. I know we got some members in here. If you missed out on a box logo, Zane, One Up, I know you don't need it. Sean, I think you also don't need it or want it. And has anybody else joined? Anyway, I've said it so many times. Said it on stream when I copped it. Said it in my review. I do, in fact, like it. And if no one wants it, I'm not going to be that upset. But I got to keep it real. Stanley drama. No, but that's... send me a link. I would love to look at that. Because that's news that's at least product related. I actually got a new lid for my Stanley. Because my other one was getting pretty old. Kind of crusty. And I really wanted the flip down one. I'd consider, I'm a medium though. It's fire. Yeah, bro. For sure. No, yeah, Zane, I mean, if you want it, I'm happy to sell it to you. But, yeah. People say they fit smaller than they used to. I don't know. I haven't had a box logo since that, since I had my American flag one, which by the way, guys, fit pick time. I've shown this picture before on stream, but I wanted to put it just to show you guys. This was my, I said New Year's Eve pick on the Fonts Discord. It was actually a Christmas fit that I wore 10 years ago. That was me 10 years ago with the Chukka, like moccasin themed Timberlands that I eventually lost. Don't know where those boots went. These are the 2014 special with the cuffed jeans, the jogger jeans with the, I don't even know what this puffer jacket is. I don't even remember. And then the American flag logo. Damn, if I still had that right now, boys, oh man, I'd keep it. I swear, bro. The hair was kind of crazy too. The clean shaven boy. Yeah. Good times before it was that was the first piece that was the first box I got, and I had to ask my dad to buy resale. I was like, Dad, you gotta buy it from this guy on Reddit. I got the deal worked out for you. I think he paid like $320, something like that, $300. Shout out to my dad, putting up with all my bullshit throughout the years. He's holding it down. He's the one that got us the fucking the computer, so we did the streams. Damn, Zendaya is so hot. It's actually crazy. Very good promotional material. All right, finally some prices. Here we go. How is this? The Speedy 2800. Wow. That's crazy. Murakami. I've always thought he had good style too as an artist. They're not electronic, bro. I mean, this one, this water bottle is just steel. It's titanium, or I don't fucking know what it's made of. What is it made of? Do I have Copilot on this computer? I don't. I think that was Windows 11 that I was using on my laptop. What are Stanley's made of? Stainless steel, the body. The insulation, yeah, the vacuum insulation, double walls, creates temperature barrier. Oh, BPA-free plastic, that's great. Yep. Yeah, my dad's amazing, dude. We have a great relationship. I thank him constantly, call him every day. I don't call him every day. Call him every week. And he's the best, man. He's always believed in me. He's always supported me at the best times, the worst times, you know. And I recognize that not everyone has that. I know that for a fact. So it's like, yeah, you just show gratitude for the people in your life that are on your team, guys, and fucking shit. We're out here looking at Louis Vuitton cups. I mean, life's pretty good when we're looking at Louis Vuitton cups on stream. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like is this not the shop? What are we doing here? New for Louis Vuitton Color Mania. This is not Murakami. I mean, do we want to look at any more stuff, guys? Is that pretty much it? Like, we kind of know that they're all going to be expensive. I can't afford any of it. Some of it's coming soon. Some of it's releasing at a later date. Super flat. Show products. It does kind of make me mad that I can't see what stuff costs. Could be like mobile only, some weird shit. Can you imagine if one day we reach a point where all websites are going to be, they probably already are optimized for mobile more than PC. Buy one for a giveaway, little bro. Maybe for like 10k subs, I'd do something like that. I wish I could, Finis. I wish I could. Need to get on Mr. Beast level. I just need sponsors to team up and then give stuff away. That would be the best. That's my goals, boys, for the channel. Like, we can get to a point where we can just have sponsors hooking you up with shit. Ooh. That'd be the best. It's kind of cool. Bandana. All right. No one wants to watch Louis Vuitton anymore. Let's look at the top 100 items of the year with an article from Street Night Live, one of my favorite Twitter accounts. Follow them. I'll put their link in the chat. Street Night Live. I just kind of always see this guy posting stuff. He seemingly is very tuned into the game, which is cool. And here's his Substack. I've heard so much about Substack. I don't really know what it is. I think it's like a blog or something for people, allegedly. Allegedly, that's what it is. And it's another year in the books. What a crazy year. He loves archiving, going back in time. Keep the list going. Okay, it's good to see what common style themes were popular. This year, he noticed a lot more focus on tracksuits, football jerseys, and a lot of Umbro. It's not ranked based, apparently. So this is just all in through... Oh, word, Sean. Did you DM me on Instagram, I'm guessing? Probably. I'll check it out. So this is not ranked in any way, but it's just a big list of a bunch of items. So I think we can open it like this and then zoom in. Yeah, there we go. So these are just a random list of items that this person, Street Night Live, thought were the best. So we got the post-archive Action 5.1 jacket, right? Never heard of that. It looks like a pretty clean jacket. Next, the Brain Dead Adidas bowling shoes. I saw these, and I'm not even a bowler. I thought these were sick. I think if I went bowling even 4 times a year, I would consider picking those up. But I go maybe once a year, so I'm not about to pick up Brain Dead Adidas bowling shoes. Nothing new, even loaded for me. From Supreme, brother? Supreme is not dropping Bulls in the 90s. There's no more Supreme this year. Wait on for Spring Summer 25. Palace Fruit Life knit. I remember when this piece came out. Pretty dope. Bowling shoes in real life is crazy. I mean, I'm pretty sure you would wear these to the bowling alley, no? Like, I don't think you would wear these out and about. You could, I guess. The 316 square toe side zip boot. Those are really nice. I would definitely rock those. And these lists are helpful for me because it definitely helps expose me to different brands that I never would have seen or focused on, which is awesome. Which is why I love that he's made this list. Stussy plus Our Legacy Workshop reversible zip hood. That looks great. When can we see me in the opium fit? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah, Sean, I feel you. It's not too bad. But yeah, missing out sucks. Especially when it's like a release that you really don't want to miss. Like when resale is going to be high. Hard copy Adidas. These were having a moment, and I think probably still are. Probably still pretty sought after. Adidas definitely had a couple shoes this year. Like Sambas was this year. That feels like a long time ago already, though, which is crazy. Salehi, Bembury, New Balance. I remember doing a stream for these. These had to be super early on in the year. I did a live cop. Pretty chalked release. Wasn't able to grab them. ROA CVO. No idea. Don't even know what this is. They look awesome. East Log Air Force Moten jacket. Looks like a nice shearling liner. Leather. I love this pocket. That pocket placement is super choice. Supreme Maradona jersey. Interesting. I feel like people... Is this even... I know resale is not the best way to judge it, but let's see what they're doing. Maradona. 110. Damn. $168. It's still a good piece, especially if you're a fan. You made hella off the Maradona tee. That could be cool, Sean. A viewer bot slot for a drop. Memphis is still rocking that jersey. Hell yeah. Wow, you made hella off the Maradona tee. I think I copped the Maradona tee and sold it for like, I mean, chump change, but whatever. Emile Ondor mesh moto long sleeve. I love this. I think I'm going to start covering cool Emile Ondor stuff that fits into my style, like the racing stuff. The Porsche video was pretty fun to make. I had a good time with that. Race 910 soccer knit. I don't know anything about Race 910. The material looks good. Checkerboard design is interesting. I should. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to cover more brands, guys. That's definitely something that I want to do, especially when they're brands that people want to know about and want to engage with. Like, fuck yeah. Like, I'm going to keep making Hypeland videos. I don't give a fuck. I should have made a One Piece Part 2 video, but I just did it on stream last week. And that's okay. The Hypeland videos never do super well. Triple collab time. Uh-oh. Umbro, Bot, and Beams tracksuit. I fuck with that. I really want an Umbro tracksuit. I really want more tracksuits. I just never... I always talk about them, but I never fucking buy them. Don't know why. Hey, Happy New Year, Samuel. What's going on, man? This guy was on his way to the... What? You were on your way to work or something last time we were on stream? I think that's what you were doing. I need a tracksuit, just can't decide on which. Bro, sometimes Memphis, like, just go on eBay and look up vintage tracksuits and then insert a brand. Vintage Fila, vintage Adidas, vintage Nike. There's some cool stuff on there. And you can get the full fit with the vintage, like, silhouette, with the vintage, just the way items fit back then was different. Gotta go back. Been a good week off, yeah. I'm working today too, honestly. I had to work Monday, Tuesday. I can't say I was too productive, but we still got in there, logged in, wiggled the mouse. What the mouth do for a rugby? I don't know. I don't know, Sean. ROA Sing No. Not a fan of these. Not going to agree with everything on this list. LL Bean Field Coat looks great. I did not know LL Bean was still dropping new stuff. That's awesome. I love that. Size Adidas. These must be like EU. I don't, or they just went on way under the radar. Those look good though. Corridor plated knit. Not for me, but I could see people liking that. This Umbro is insane. Yeah, the Umbro Anorak is crazy. Dime is striker jersey. This guy's always talking about Dime too. I don't know anything about them. Jown New Balances. We copped these. Did a review. Charcoals. Ooh, Purple Label field jacket. I would love some Purple Label. Low key, bro. Low key, bro. Paraboot Fears. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I would need to do a entire like outfit for that. Those are difficult to wear. Or maybe not. Maybe they're easier than it looks. Bro has to be from UK. Oh, I think he definitely is European. Almost certainly. Unless he just has a very refined taste. I mean, like, you can have a taste like this and still live in... You can live anywhere, but I get the feeling that he is European. Supreme Short Sleeve Rugby. This thing is nice. I think I passed that week. When did that come out? When did that come out, guys? Early on, huh? This rugby, how's this rugby doing? 148? Nothing crazy. Maybe just Supreme Rugby. I didn't like the number on the back. Is that what I said? Did I say that? Jesus. Holy crap. Oh, this is spring summer 24. Thank God. I was like, I missed out on a big resale item. This was spring summer 24. Dude, look at those prices, boys. Yeah, jerseys and rugbies. Damn, son. Crazy how much better the black one is doing. Yeah, from the back there, that's too many colors, I think. That's just too many colors. Maybe I keep the Kith rugby then. I don't know, man. I'm trying to just sell it. I just want to get rid of it. Clown fit would go crazy. It could. It could go crazy. I love these shoes and Hollywood Danners. Fucking awesome. Multi-stripe zip polo. Nonovative Timberlands. Another Ame Leon d'Or. This Palace Umbro. I remember this drop. Looks very good. Supreme Doc Martens. Is it really this year too? I need to eventually cop a pair of Supreme Doc Martens, and I need to buy them when they release because they always do incredibly well. And I really want a pair of this shoe of Docs, but I want them for retail, not $300. Last sale was $220. Damn, some people bought them for like $188. Yeah, the all blacks, that'll be like going back, man. I was so wrong on these things. These things are awesome. These things are so fucking cool. Like I probably wouldn't get the cow colorway. I'd probably get the black ones. But these are so fucking cool. Like 188, man, it's a great deal. You're just at Kith Miami was a super cool store. I've heard that, man. I've only been to the Kith store in New York, like when I went to New York 8 years ago. So I don't know what it looks like anymore. But they have places in Hawaii. They got them everywhere. Did you go inside the Kith store in Hawaii? No. Looks cool from the outside, though. Why'd I open up my phone? It's a good question. Isn't that a great question, guys? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm watching the Stanley video mug of mugs exploding. Jesus. Fuck, dude. Is this real? Wasn't able to hit Kith Treats. Ah, dude, yeah, I remember. I feel like I went to Kith Treats, like, it was like pretty soon after it had opened. I went to New York in 2016. I feel like it was pretty soon after they had started Kith Treats. Yeah, I fuck with that. All right, let's keep going through this list. Sedan all-purpose Umbro. See, some of these things I just have no clue. Supreme leather shorts, Palace of Isu. See a lot of people rocking these. The loafer sneakers. Awake New York, Dime, Skate Brand, Regal Shoes and Co. U-Tip Gore-Tex, Supreme Nike, Hackney Studios. Yup. Yeah. That's a really good point, Sean. If people have if they can remember your shit and pay resale, you've made a pretty cool item. Supreme Nike Fade is still clean. Did I pass on this release or did I go for something? I feel like I passed on it, which is kind of stupid when you think about it. Bro, no way. Wait, can we buy Darwin's for like under retail? $92 for the ones that I like. Last sale is $88. I still think these are pretty nice. $88, huh? Crazy. You just gotta snag them. Yeah, Supreme Hysteric Glamour jeans come to mind. Guess USA cracked leather shorts. What the fuck are these? Ding Yang Zhang Adidas Sambas. Huff Umbro. Huff is still dropping stuff. But I'm not a rapper. A Kind of Guys Sienna Sandal. Asics Carnan T. Capital. 7G Crochet Knit. Yeah, Huff is crazy, huh? Padmore and Barnes 18 East Oak Ledge Hiker Boot. Nike SB Olympic jersey. I fuck with that. Ooh. Master Yatelier Vans Custom. Master Yatelier. That is insane. Umbro Korea long sleeve love sleeve jersey. Ooh. The North Face Town 2. Ooh, the 10 toes down with the Vibram outsole. Yeah, we're bringing Huff into 2025, baby. Let's go. Hey, Palace Reebok, dude. This is one that I was stupid to not buy. Stupid as fuck, dude. StockX never gives Palace retails, and it infuriates me. It infuriates me so much that they can't go to the website. Like, just put the price. Put what it cost. Like, can I email them? Be like, hey guys, why do you never put anything? As someone who uses these websites and like is somewhat competent, like, why can't I just, is there not like a complain here button? Let's send them an email. Contact, where the fuck is contact us? Right? Help. Contact us. Something else. Yeah, we're gonna chat. No. Why do you guys not have Palace retail items? Come on. Asics or New Balance this year? Who we got? That's a really good question. I feel like both could do insane. Email. I'm wearing Supreme box logo, obviously. Adidas Velour track. Adidas Velour track pants or sweatpants? I don't know. And then UGG. No, fake UGG. I'm rocking the Target. The Target, what are these called? The Deluxe. Deer Foam. By Deer Foams. Deluxe. By Deer Foams. Slippers. All right. I'm gonna email these guys later and really get down to the bottom of this thing of why there's no retail prices for Palace items. Adidas Metalwood Studio Gazelle Indoor Umbro Anorak Brigade Velodrome shirt. And that's not even all of them. I think there's more. Yep. Next page. I hope you guys are locked in. This is going to take a while. Hikari Shibata Adidas and Timberland 3i boat shoes. Non-native undercover. Non-native yet again. Non-native. Palace Stella. ROA Story Manufacturing. This is the Japan team jersey. I remember seeing this. This thing is sick. Japan's jersey. Very epic, very based. Okay. Oh. Yeah. See you later. That was almost bad. I almost spilled the cold brew. All right. Rice 10 football knit. Really, bro? Oh, that sucks, Montreal. I'm glad you got something at least. I know I've heard people are still waiting, or some orders got lost in the mail. That really sucks. You really would think they're better than that, but at the end of the day, logistically, it does happen. It just sucks when it happens to you. I've been there. So I hope you get it, or something happens or they refund you. Because that stinks. And that might be a problem with Shopify if they, oversold. I don't know what they do or if that's what's going on, but yeah. It is what it is, man. Dime pitch jersey. Craig Green Adidas. Blackstock and Weber 47 MLB. Look at these. Prada leather jacket. Adidas Y3. 18 East. Stussy work gear jacket. Wow. I also need to stay up on Stussy drops, man. I know a lot of y'all like Stussy. So, Hoka Satisfy Running. Above the Clouds Asics. They did the same thing with Frazetta caps. Really, bro? Do you live in Montreal? Are you ordering from Supreme US? Are you Canadian? No, Supreme definitely has a Canadian site, don't they? Supreme.ca? Am I crazy? Ooh, Kiko Kostinov. Where's Garbage Day at? That's his favorite designer. One of his. Kiko Kostadinov. Palace BB Westwood. Doc Martens. Stussy Our Legacy. Football Industry. The New Ballet. Oh, Nike Killshot 2s. These are sick. P. Andrade Adidas or Asics. Oh yeah, this hat is dope. I remember seeing this hat pictured online with these like barbed wire logos. Very cool. This is the wrong jacket title. This is the Palace jacket. I think he just, see that right there? I think that accidentally got copied. So that's obviously the Palace Noodles jacket. Claude Adidas Custom. Amile Andor Dog Tee. Post Archive Faction. Did he not have that on the beginning of the list? I swore he already had Post Archive Fashion at the beginning of the list. 5.1 jacket, right? Is it a different color, maybe? I could be tripping. What's up, Ernest? We're looking at the top 100 items of the year. A list by Street Night Live. We talked about Louis Vuitton Murakami. We haven't really talked about Fall Winter 24, to be honest with you. Which I'm fine with. Regal Shoe & Co. FCE. Pen and Metal Hook boat shoes. Those are kind of nice. The Lowell bomber jacket. Nonative again, bro. What is this brand? I've never heard of Nonative. This guy has to be from Europe. These are crazy. Are these Asics, bro? No way. He must be labeling these wrong. Like, these are labeled wrong. These are the purple label Doc Martens, right? Those are fucking so sick. Holy crap. Those are incredible. $368 retail. Yeah, it does have a purple label tag. Those are probably my favorite boots of the year, if I had to guess. And I felt so validated on the list when I saw this. You guys have no idea. I was like, yeah, I'm a bit of a streetwear connoisseur myself. So Supreme Frank Frazetta hoodie, obviously. Very sick item. But yeah, this guy does not put much Supreme in Palace. He's not a big hype beast, more of like a menswear. One of these guys that I'll probably turn into in like 4 to 5 years. But still vibing out with the hype beast, the hype beast vibes. There was rumors about a part 2 Louis Vuitton collab, Jonathan, but I don't know whatever happened with it. Maybe like 2027. That'd be the 10-year anniversary, which is insane to think about. We'll see. Fugazi collar or pony collar jacket. I like this colorway a lot of these metal hook boat shoes. That heavy suede with the pink laces. Very nice. Noah and Barber. Noah, dude. Wow. These names that I just haven't heard in so long. I didn't even realize that they were still making stuff. It makes sense, I guess. I feel like when Noah came out, people were talking about it like it was like the supreme brand killer. They were going to change the game. And it was going to be... And then nothing was the same, right? No Drake, though. All right. XLM New Balance, Slam Jam Umbro, Paraboot Studio Nicholson, Timberland Field Boot Mid. Timberland, this is never that. Polo Ralph Lauren Beams Plus Chinos. Those are clean, bro. I would wear those. Polo Ralph Lauren X Beams 2024. Where can I buy it? Beams web store. Still available? There's the hoodie. Damn, the denim shirt. I want the chinos, though. Used. Guy selling used. The big chino. Wow. On some random ass resale sites. I'm on Overstandard. What the fuck is this? All right. The high school student collection. That's funny. I think that might be the list. We'll see. I'm Ron Burgundy. Just 2 pictures. Yeah, that's it. That's the list, boys. So there it is. There's the full top 100 items of the year, according to Street Night Live. Obviously, I think we would have put a lot more Supreme items on here because I didn't know probably half of these, but it's pretty cool. Pretty dank. I think it's a good list, good style, good variety of items. Definitely this person has more of a, what I call the professional style, like with the 3-eye boots, the workwear, the menswear stuff. It's more of a menswear look. So you're in Montreal, order every week, usually no issues, but they did cancel 3 times with no explanation. Yeah, no CPFM, surprisingly. This person did not put a single CPFM item on there, which I'm not the biggest CPFM fan. Like, I like them. I think they're interesting, but it's, as I say, it's not for me. As I say, it's not for me. But there it is. Very cool. So you can subscribe to their Substack if you want. I don't know how to use Substack, but there it is. I'll put a link to it nonetheless for the content. New deals added. Let's look at the holiday sales. They still have sales, maybe? Probably not. Oh, this is for paid subscribers. You got to pay. You got to pay to play for the deals. What else is happening on Twitter? LL Bean Field Coat, man. Beauty and youth stores. All right, I need to fix my damn windows because I'm not liking this. Okay. I have the perfect setting for Supreme drop lists, and it actually works out to be a very good website size to use on multiple things. So we're going to recreate it right here. I'll show you guys behind the curtain what I do on my Streamlabs. I basically want it to look for a Supreme drop list to be more or less centered, and then to have the text on top be covered. Is that centered enough? Maybe. That's pretty good. That's decent. CPFM is a little too random for me. Same here. I think same here. What up, Coach Vuitton? Not much, dude. We were looking at, speaking of Vuitton, we were looking at the Louis Vuitton collaboration with Murakami, which apparently is on StockX now. Because apparently it sold out. At least here we can have some prices. Does StockX have the retails? It does. How about that? StockX has the retails, folks. And these are reselling. At least one of them did. Sending me a 5-panel trucker? No way. Do you have my address? Okay, bro. That'd be sick. I'd be happy to do an unboxing, bro. Yeah, like I have you know, there's no real Supreme news coming out until we get the sale, until we get spring summer 25 leaks. So if you want to send me something, include more stuff about your brand, I'd love to showcase it and do whatever I can. That'd be awesome, bro. Olive green. I love it. What was this Starbucks cup? Oh, wow. The Louis Vuitton cup. $540. Damn. What does the skateboard cost? Do we have the skateboard retail? It drops tomorrow. Okay. Is that true? Source? Source, my dad works at Louis Vuitton, he told me. Look at this thing. Jesus. $6,700. You better be living in a mansion that you own if you fucking buy this stuff, guys. Let me tell you. Designer, designer, designer. Very cool, though. Looks good. Ooh, the sunset flat sandals. A little too colorful for me. I guess that is women's also. Skateboard not on here yet. Come on. Need to get my Palace thing to come in. I actually sold this on Grailed for like $155, I think someone offered me. I accepted it. Pretty good deal. I mean, it's more than I would have got from StockX. It's a W on that. Way too many boat shoes and tri boots in there. Yeah, I'd say he did go a little heavy on that list. Montreal, I agree with you on that. I also would love to get a freaking new suitcase this year. But the one I have is fine. Yeah, boys, do we want to just talk about fall winter 24? I don't really want to talk about it today. I feel like I've been talking about it so much that like maybe I'll do another video on it. Maybe the collab video would be fun, but I feel like you guys know what my opinions are. Like they haven't really changed. It was a great season. Lots of good items, a lot of good drops. There's just so much. I'm a little burnt out on it, to be honest. I'm just looking at the same items. But yeah, last video, top resale items. Thought it was as good as I could have made it. Probably some things that I missed. Any news on Palace? Palace community, maybe. My one key just broke. That's good. Any news on Palace community, maybe? I don't fucking know. What do we got on Instagram? What the hell is this? Zack Attack. Richard Milley, Smiley, RM88. Jesus. Those Richard Milley watches are insane, bro. All the Louis Vuitton drivers have them. All the Louis Vuitton drivers have them. What am I? All the Formula One drivers have them. I'm fucking fried. I am fried, boys. So no news on Palace sale yet. That's cool. Probably eventually. Yeah. No, Richard Milley watches are crazy. I think some of them look cool. Like I know Leclerc has a really good one. He has a lot of good ones. But they get their watches stolen like hella. Like multiple, like Charles Leclerc, I'm pretty sure chased someone down who stole his watch. Chases watch thieves. This is crazy, guys. So this is Italian security forces arrested 4 suspects on April 4th in connection with an April 22 theft of a watch from Formula One driver Charles Leclerc. Buddy hopped in the Rari and chased their ass. There he goes in his 812. Right there. That's Leclerc. That's him. And these guys snatched a watch. He pulls up right there. Oh, I think they're following him. Maybe this is the beginning? I kind of forget what happened here. Little scooter thief? I don't know what's happening. No, then they steal it? Then he chases after him? I don't know what happened, to be honest. The series of events. But I think it's pretty awesome that he did that. And then he comes back here. This is the same footage, just repeating. Looks like it. Okay. Thieves approached him as fans, asked for a selfie, and snatched the watch. They were on a moped, and Charles followed them in his 488 Pista before eventually stopping to call police. Then they hand over the watch to their member and went away. They got arrested later. The guy was in the SUV. All right. That sucks. I don't think tennis players watch or wear watches. At least when they're playing. Any videos we can watch? That video is too long. 45 minutes. What are people wearing in New York? Wear testers. Yes. Yeah, bro, that would suck. Taking a picture with the fan and they steal your damn watch. Inside Rick Owens' home. That could be a cool video to watch. I bet it's creepy as fuck.
I was working with a dealer in New York who would send me images of sarcophaguses that were up for auction. Finally, this one came. It was so worth the wait.
Dude, that's where he sleeps. This video is a classic.
We call her
I haven't seen it.
After Liza Minnelli.
We'll watch the Rick Owens house tour.
Hi Vogue, I'm Rick Owens and this is my place in Concordia, Italy. My factory is across the street and this is where I come to do my collections. In this space, I don't like...
Is Rick Owens American? Yeah. Born in California, he's 63. He looks great for 63. I mean, he looks kind of creepy, but he... great for 63. He looks 63, I guess.
Living with a
Bro could play in a horror movie. He could.
Things. I'm not very acquisitive, but the things that I do live with are very special to me, and I'm going to show you around.
Was that real? Or was that superimposed? Is that really on the TV in front of him right there? It doesn't look like it. I don't think that's really there. They put a filter on it. I don't think that's real.
And I'm
he was a punk dude. The shoes are awesome though. I've always loved his clothes.
Okay.
Please don't copyright me. Imagine getting copywritten for some opera shit.
I wouldn't call myself a collector, maybe more of an eliminator.
I like that.
The few things that I have are probably things that I've wanted for a really long time. This is a George Mean sculpture. He was a Belgian sculptor associated with the Viennese Secession. It's called Kneeling Youth, and it's a study, I believe, for a fountain that's encircled by these youths leaning over it. It's about introversion, introspection, narcissism. Well, this is my interpretation. I just like the mood that it creates. It's kind of severe and a little bit maudlin, a little bit melancholy, but also vaguely spiritual. When I am in Concordia, I am focused on creating.
I fuck with the gym. I like that if he has a minimal house, like being a minimalist, but you still have a gym, respect to that.
This is a period of rigor and this is a period of training, and the gym takes up pretty much half the apartment.
I like that.
Every place that I've ever lived in, including Hollywood Boulevard, Los Angeles, I've always insulated and upholstered my spaces with army blankets, vintage army
That's cool.
blankets. This is inspired by Joseph Beuys, who was my first art hero when I went to art school. And he used army blankets as a symbol of protection and insulation and isolation. The Army Surplus store was where I would get my original fabrics. I would make clothes out of the duffel.
Dude, I've always been a big fan of Army Surplus. It's just a really cool way to get like purpose-driven, high quality items that were used for war, dude. Like those things gotta be real. Those things gotta be the best. Like that's the goal. So the fact that he's able to use that in his house, pretty cool.
Bags out of blankets, out of parachute clothes.
And they're pretty cheap.
Since then, which must be like 30 years ago, every place I have, I cover with army blankets.
Kind of weird, but cool.
Or furniture, I'm pretty much a reductivist. I don't think about domestic details that much. They feel a little fussy.
I don't think about domestic details that much. What does that mean? I feel like sometimes people just say stuff, you know what I mean?
Domesticity in this apartment
Respect it.
is pretty minimal. That's my closet. I don't have very many clothes. That's a little stack of t-shirts, a little stack of shorts for the fact.
Dude, it's so funny how like unrelatable it is to be like a super rich person that does minimalism, and like how unrealistic that is for everyday people. But it is cool and it is interesting. So I'm glad that there are people doing this.
Factory for every day, and that's pretty much it. I always kind of like sticking to a decision, so when I pick an outfit, I'll pretty much stick to it for a couple of years. My clothing choices have evolved.
It's hard to do.
Hollywood Boulevard, it's always been some kind of shorts, and it just gradually changes over the years. Every collection, I just have 20 more shorts.
The face shot, dude, it's too close, Rick. It's too close.
And I just have little stacks of them everywhere. When I first put this place together 7 years ago, I wanted Italian rationalism. I wanted something kind of monastic.
I like the stone. The stone is nice.
I like the classical tone of travertine interior sets. I like putting myself into that zone. I wanted someplace that would be a blank space for me so I could get into a zone of putting a collection together. I might have overdone it. I put travertine everywhere. I put it on the walls, on the floor. I wanted a travertine box to...
Yes, the travertine box.
Kind of like a cave, a travertine cave, something stone. I know that I wanted to live in stone.
I wanted to live in stone.
I've always been impressed by the skulls in Italian churches. This skull I got from a medical school auction.
That's crazy, dude.
And I use it as a memento mori, as a reminder that that one day my skull is going to be on somebody else's desk. So seize the day.
The thing is, that's probably true. And I bet Kanye West has some order placed. He's on the waiting list. He's definitely on the waiting list for the Rick Owens skull.
Is the moment. The pistols are from my father's collection. He was a very conservative, kind of stridently moralist.
Stridently moralist.
Difficult relationship with. We used to be horrified, Mom and me, about having guns around the house, but now they are an affectionate reminder.
100% not loaded.
I like the association with the kneeling youth, with the gym in between.
Uh-huh.
The vulnerability of youth, the vitality of the gym,
right,
and the resolution of the skull and the pistols.
Of course.
The terrace overlook.
Oh no, what's happening? Maybe close my tabs down. Too much Rick.
The factory right over there. I asked the gardeners or the landscape artists to never touch this garden.
Never touch it.
As shaggy, as chaotic, as wild as possible. Oh, look at those.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Shaggy.
Shaggy.
These chairs are by the Italian futurist artist Giacomo Balla. They're very severe and yet kind of fantastic at the same time. Giacomo Balla is usually a lot more colorful than this, so I was really lucky to find something so subdued. They are so uncomfortable. They're hard. The angle of the back, you have to sit so upright. So it feels like a church pew, a little bit punishing.
Yes.
I rarely sit in them.
Never sit in them.
But I love them so much.
Yes, of course.
I've probably kind of knocked them off with my furniture collection to a certain extent. One of my favorite things that I do like to wear, even though I don't wear very many things, is this robe. I've indulged myself with this from my Spring/Summer 17 collection. It's
nice, good era.
Lined with a cotton pelle ovo fabric. It is regal and cozy on a winter morning when I'm wandering around having coffee.
So Rick Owens does in fact wear Rick Owens. Confirmed.
Coffee on the terrace. But my favorite object is this one.
Of course it is, dude. That's your bed.
With a dealer in New York who would send
Yeah,
me
it's great.
images of sarcophaguses.
Being a fashion designer who doesn't have clothes, there's not many people who can do that. And the best part of this video is, yeah, he's weird and this is odd, but like, I believe him. I believe he's being 100% genuine in this. From the tone of his voice, from just the way he interacts. And that's why I love artists, bro. They're weird. They're trendsetters, are different. And we need people like that.
That were up for auction, and they were always a little bit too colorful, and they always kind of looked a little fake to me. But anyway,
Yeah,
only this
very
one
gilded.
came, and so it was so worth the wait. We call her Liza.
That's the way to spend your money, man, on some fucking artifacts. Like, I definitely, at a certain point, I want to have at least one artifact, right? Dinosaur skull or some shit. Something crazy.
Liza Minnelli.
Get a nice artifact.
Space in this building became available a few years ago, and we entered into an agreement to collaborate with the family that was running it and to turn it into an Owens Court bar. It is part canteen for our crew, our team that is in the factory right across the street, but it's also for
What the hell is
community.
that?
I mean, it's open to everybody.
Owens
We've
Court Bar.
included furniture pieces from the Rick Owens furniture collection. We have bronze pieces from our accessories and home objects collection. And the pièce de résistance of this space is this mural by my daughter, Scarlet Rouge. This mural was inspired by the Larry Legaspi show that I had just done. I'd also put out a book on Larry Legaspi, and in the book, he talks about his fascination with the movie Things to Come by H.G. Wells from the 1930s. This was a movie that independently, before I ever heard of Larry Legaspi, I had known about this movie, and it inspired me too. And I asked Scarlett, my daughter, to reference it in these murals that she did for the showroom for that collection. I love the pop impact of it. They are gestural, quick, drippy, almost violent, reckless lines that give a certain energy to this space. I don't like a lot of decoration. But
Yeah,
if you're
we can
gonna do a
tell.
Decoration, I want it to be as extravagant and as dramatic and as
They need to have a stroke there. You can't read that.
extreme as possible. And I think that's what this is.
Come on, Vogue. So playful. Italia Spa.
In this office for
A
20
pistol, dude. In his office. That's great.
years, and I've never repainted it because I like the patina of all of the tape marks and all of the pencil marks of all of
That's good.
the collections.
I fuck with that a
we've
lot.
gone through. I like having that sense of memory. These pieces have been with me for a while. These are objects from our, I guess, homeware collection. We have a bronze gourd vase and rock crystal goblets. I think of these as relics of the pieces that we do for the interiors.
Relics.
These could be futuristic or they could be ancient. I like that we're using the classical materials like bronze and rock crystal. Everything that I do is kind of a blend of the past and the futuristic, so that they kind of create a retro-futuristic.
I'd agree with that. That's a really good way to put Rick Owens' kind of design language into words. Retrofuturistic. I think it's easy to say that. Difficult to actually back it up. And I think Rick Owens definitely backed that up.
Aesthetic that I've been developing over the years. For several years, I have been collecting
I thought you weren't a collector, bro. I thought you were a reductionist or whatever.
these Onagadori rooster feathers.
Ah.
They were bred originally in the 17th century.
Yes, I've been collecting rooster feathers. Yes.
Japan.
Of course.
My father had a library in the basement full of Japanese art books, and I remember seeing watercolors, old watercolors of Onagadori roosters in those books. What's great about them is that the roosters themselves live on tall perches, which allows the feathers to be undisturbed and pristine. And over the years, I've been in contact with a farm in Japan,
Okay.
It will send me the feathers that fall off.
Of course.
And so I've collected a few, and I'm hell-bent on collecting as many as I can. And I like to
As you
have them
do.
around to remind myself of unlimited possibilities. I like to start from a clean slate every collection, but these have stayed here. These have been here for close to 20 years. I had a fantasy of actually breeding them myself, but that's not very practical. But, you know, one day, maybe.
Of course, Rick Owens wants to breed roosters. Cool spot. Weird. Here's some clothes.
Thank you, Vogue, for allowing me to share my world. Every day, I'm very grateful that I ended up here. Arrivederci.
Hell yeah. Very cool. This dude is what every art major wants to be, pretty much. He gives off 1,000-year-old vampire vibes. I can't get over how immaculately he can state what he is thinking. How do I achieve this amount of mind clarity? Work out and meditate. This guy definitely looks like someone who would own a sarcophagus. There's a juxtaposition of Rick Owens and the Rick Owens customer that I find interesting. The people who appreciate his art are typically maximalist, and he has such a minimalist approach to life. I love that he describes his space in metaphors, symbols, and reminders. So intentional and a very cool guy. 100% agree. 100% agree. Well, guys, I don't really know what else to talk about. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I could ramble and just kind of talk shit for a bit, but I feel like we've kind of covered everything that there is to cover on this stream. Like, until I get new information about the Supreme Fall Winter sale, I feel like most people don't really care. Or if we have more drops coming soon, you know, we'll talk about those. Pretty much how it is. High like in Last of Us 2. I've never played it. I saw Kanye was playing it, and then I reposted that on my story because I thought it'd be funny. I've actually been playing Baldur's Gate 3 low key. That's what I've been doing. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. Yeah. Oh, I've talked about it, Sean. I thought I've talked about it. So yeah, I stopped working with Hapabox because they told me that, you know, I was playing the game to show people what it would look like to play. The odds were the same, but they were going to pay me, or they were paying me instead of sending me the items. So I'm not actually getting any of that stuff, unfortunately. And when I figured that out, I dropped the sponsor because I didn't appreciate the dishonesty, I guess, or the fact they didn't let me know that earlier on, and I didn't feel like actually continuing to work with them like that. Yeah. So if I go into my account, I still have money on it, and I probably still have a code and all that shit. But yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice if I could cash it out. I probably can't. I could try to, but yeah. That's the story with that. And decided not to continue on with that. Yeah. So unfortunate not getting any of that shit, which sucks. So, and they didn't like that I was telling people not to put money into it, obviously, but I had to be honest and tell people what I really thought. Like, I didn't think it'd be good to actually do that. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. And yeah, that's kind of it, you know? So, yeah, guys, no stream tomorrow, right? Unless we get Palace news or something. Maybe I'll do some random streams occasionally with, when random drops happen, whatever happens before Supreme, maybe we'll do something like that. and that could be interesting. I know people like the live cops. Other than that, we're just gonna be keeping it low key, doing some more videos. Might do a collab tier list video, maybe some more Supreme History videos, stuff like that. Absolutely, bro. Exactly. Agree. But thank you guys for coming out for today. A happy new year, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya. And my stream ending still needs to be changed. Nope. There we go. Later, Zane.